What's up troopers, we're going to be going over some major changes for Battlefield 6. And this is for Season 3 and beyond. Battlefield has dropped some new information. There's massive changes when it comes to the weaponry, changing the recoil, but it's also going to affect the controller players, and multiple nerfs against the mortars. I know you guys are happy about that. There's a bit of an update on the vehicle improvements. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, you heard me right. I said vehicle improvements and some matchmaking improvements as well. Before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new so you can keep up to date with all of the Battlefield news. The first news what I need to tell you guys is the launch date for Season 3. This will begin on May the 12th. During this season, what we are currently on right now, we have had 2 updates when it comes to improving the hit reg, and with them updates coming out, there has been multiple netcode feedback. During the Season 3 update, we are going to get another improvement of this. The recent hit reg updates haven't been working at all. I personally don't feel like anything has changed. I still get killed behind walls, and I don't even have a high ping. The average ping I have on Battlefield is about 25. I personally don't know how all this netcode stuff is going to work because they have already done it twice and it's still not working. But the good sign is that they are not giving up on this and they're going to be working on it in its Season 3 update. But you let me know in the comment section below, how has the netcode been for you guys? Are you lagging? Are your bullets not hitting? Are you getting killed behind walls? This bit is very interesting for me as I am a console guy. The recoil behavior across multiple inputs is going to be changed on controller. This is going to be changed in the recoil behavior. Right now, there is a 25% recoil reduction on controller. And I've already said about this multiple times, I'm okay with it being the same as PC. But they are not taking this path. They are doing it by individual weapons. What I actually do like this change, they easily could just change it to the same as the PC players. We all have the same recoil everywhere. What they are explaining here is the recoil reduction will still be there on some of the weapons, but nowhere near as severe. Many weapons are probably going to be very linked up to its PC side, but where other weapons could be easy to use. This change is honestly a hit and miss because some weapons are probably going to be really difficult to use. Then there's going to be weapons where are just going to be no problem at all. I doubt that is going to happen. I'm assuming they're going to take their time with this, and then hopefully it can link up between both platforms. I know it's been a huge debate with the controller reduction. Some people are happy with it and some people disagree with it, and everyone's opinions are totally right. I'll be really interested to see how this change is going to turn out. I do feel like if there is weapons what you have been using and you've been absolutely shredding with it, like the M4A1 or the DRS, it's clearly obvious that them weapons are going to be changed and be harder to use. But as there is recoil changes when it comes to the controllers, there's also going to be recoil adjustments to multiple weapons for all platforms anyway. This part is actually a leak, and this came from the Twitter side, and the X post was from Temporio. The biggest changes we have is the KV9 is going to be increased by 14%. TR7 is going to be increased by 13%. The CZ3A1 is going to be increased by 13%. The SGX is by 12%. We also have the PW5A3 by 10%. The SOR 300 SC by 10%. The Cord is increased by 10%. The SG553R by 8%. The M433 8.6. M123K 8.3. SCW10 8. UBZ 7.9. The KTS 100 7.7. The AK205 a 7.6. I don't know who really uses that, but anyway. The MVO 7.5. The UMG 40 7.4. And the M417A2 by 7.4. They are the main 19 weapons what are going to get a change, and that is currently tested in the Battlefield labs. That information what you heard there is public from Twitter, what came out as a leak. So here you go, the biggest change what we all been waiting for is the mortar change. I personally feel like it has really ruined Battlefield. It's another problem, just like the sniper campers, where they are just not in the battlefield, they are not playing the objective, they are sat at the back of the map or at the tippity top of a mountain. The sniper campers, they are just sat there, they are not doing anything, and the mortars, they are back at the spawn. A really frustrating change why they did that for mortars, and it really just ruined the game. And it makes me question, why do we even have Battlefield Labs in the first place to allow some silly stuff like this to happen? For a month now, we've been experiencing this annoying mortar change, but now we can give them a big FU, because the mortars will no longer be regenerating ammunition while it's active, and the accuracy has been decreased at longer ranges. The range change is exactly what it needed. If you are close to objective, let's just say a Liberation Peak, as that is the most common one. If you are pretty much close to the C flag, Of course, if you use the mortars on the C flag, it's going to be more accurate. But if you're sat all the way at the back of the spawn at an A flag and you're doing the same method, obviously it's not going to be as accurate. I honestly would say if they are at a far distance, then just make it where they can't use it anyway. Like having it where it's like going to be inaccurate at them distance, why just remove it? Just don't let them be at a far distance. The close range for using it makes sense, but that's also a risk what they have to take because they are close to the objective. Hopefully this change will encourage more mortar players to be closer, but I will give you a tip for the mortar guys out there. Just play the objective. Let's go and deep dive into the vehicle improvements. This is the one thing before we even get into it. There is no mention about jets. If you're frustrated about that, I totally understand. We have been waiting for a vehicle update for a really long time. Let's be real, since the start of the game. And not a single word about jets. During Season 3, there's going to be some vehicle improvements. Have you guys ever tried to go up on a hill when you're using a tank and you have to use your boost to get up there? There's going to be a point where you don't need to be using the boost anymore, as you'll have no issue going up that hill. Of course, it's going to be slow, and if you use your boost, it will be easier to get over it, but you won't be sat at this point where you're stuck at the hill where you can't go forward anymore. There will be multiple changes to ground and air vehicle gameplay improvements, but that is only going to be in Season 4. We ain't going to be getting anything for air vehicles in this season. They are also working on the input delay. Have you guys ever tried to turn around in a tank? It just goes progressively slow. Sometimes you try to turn and it just takes a second until it kicks in. Their input delay is going to be improved. Hopefully it'll make it where your tanks don't feel as slow and clunky. There will be a new ping system on the vehicle side. If you have someone in your vehicle and they are a spotter or even just in the gunner, there's going to be a different ping system so you can understand from your teammates in that vehicle what they are pointing at, as the ping system will be improved and help you spot out them sneaky enemies. Battlefield has said that they are aware of the discussion around matchmaking. They are making back-end improvements for more availability of matches. I really hope this actually does work because the amount of times I search for a game and then I get like 16 players and then it gets filled up with bots and it's really annoying. The thing is all I need to do is just leave that game and research, and most of the time I can find a full lobby. But there are so many different regions out there who really struggle to find games. A lot of people actually use VPNs just to play Battlefield because they can't find a game on their own region. Unfortunately, Battlefield can only do so much because if there's not that many people playing on your region, then there's not really anything they can do. They can't get more players to the game for that region to make it a fuller lobby for you. But hopefully they can have something with the server browser that allows you to connect to different regions. If people are already using VPNs to go into different region matches, so then let them search. Make it easier for other players to get a lobby what they want to find. Some people don't have a big deal when it comes to ping, they just want to have a good experience. If the ping is okay and it's not messing up your gameplay, then what's the problem? But there is kind of a problem with that. If someone joins your game and they have a 90 ping, well, that's where your hit reg is going to be a problem. You can understand that is really nice and it would help out players find matches, but it also will cause a lot of problems. We just have to wait and see what these matchmaking improvements are going to be. They are improving the menu playlist. There is going to be a playlist called Quick Play. It's pretty self-explained, but pretty much if you don't really care on what map or mode you're playing, you just want to get yourself straight into a game, it will just search for the first thing. It could be a big scale of Conquest, it could be a small scale of Team Deathmatch. Many people don't really care, they just want to get themselves straight into the battlefield. Many games have already done this, so it's about time Battlefield added it. A nice change for all the casual players. For all the Battle Royale players, if you guys still play it, there will be solo mode for Season 3. That's some of the biggest changes what we are going to be expecting during this Season 3. Of course, there is a lot more, and we are waiting for that first update of its season, what will be releasing on May the 12th. Some big changes and definitely some good improvements. The mortar change, honestly, I'm just laughing about that. I'm so happy to hear about it. And the controller change is going to be very interesting. I think some people are going to be upset about the controller recall going to be changing, but myself, I'm excited about it. Let's do it. Once the recall change does happen, I will be making a video about it, discussing how it feels and trying out different weapons for you guys. So make sure to leave a like in this video and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new so you can keep up to date with the channel, as there's going to be a lot of changes and I need to tell you guys how it's going to be turning out. Appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you troopers on the battlefield.